Jesus more.
Mighty brothers and sisters, I just want to start by congratulating Father Anish on this 16th anniversary of his priestly ordination. Father Anish has worked as a missionary. First, he did his MEP experience in Kenya, and then after his ordination in India, he went back to Kenya, and then from Kenya, he went back to India, and from India, he went to Italy, and from Italy, he landed in Iloilo. And he's been doing that for the past 60 years now again. So congratulations, Father Anish. Father Anish is 3 years older than me in the priesthood. So don't be deceived by these white beards that I have. Okay. So again, congratulations, Father Anish, on your anniversary. Today's gospel is very, very much important, especially for this period of Lent, especially as we go through this period of repentance and acknowledging our sinfulness. Luke is very particular about this kind of scenario. First of all, if we go back to Luke chapter 15, we would find the parable of the lost sheep, God reaching out to those who are lost already and bringing them back to himself. Just 1 week ago, we read the parable of the prodigal son. We find this elder son who is at home and he says, "Father, I cannot go in and celebrate with you because this son of yours is bad." It's just the same thing that we find in the gospel today. The Pharisee who is pointing out to the tax collector and saying, "I am not like that bad guy." Okay? And I think this is something that we do all the time. Now, remember, the Pharisee, when he went into the temple, it says that he said this prayer to himself. Okay, the prayer is not addressed to God, it's to himself. He's talking about himself. God, I thank you that I'm not like the rest of humanity. I am like this. I pay my tithes, I do my fasting, I do. So it's always about pointing to himself. But it's not like the prayer of the tax collector, who would not even dare look up to heaven because of his sinfulness. And he says, "Lord, be merciful to me, for I'm a sinner. I'm a sinful person." And I think this should be our attitude, especially during this period of Lent, to realize that we are sinners, and sinners we are. There is no one who has never committed sin. Even Jesus says in John's Gospel, "He who has never committed sin, let him be the first to cast the first stone." And all of them left because, like St. Paul says in Romans chapter 3, all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of God. Therefore, we have no right to begin to look up to others and begin to judge them, which we do every day. Okay? So if we find ourselves gossiping, then that is exactly what we are doing. We make ourselves the models. So I am not like that person. He's doing this, she's doing that, and all that. And we do that all the time, right? We do marites and chismes and all. So what we are doing is actually we are judging people. What we are doing, we are behaving like the tax collector, looking down on others and saying, "I am not like that person." And this is why Jesus says, those who exalt themselves, because actually that's what we do when we gossip and we speak ill of others, is that we are trying to exalt ourselves above them. And we say that we are not like those people who are down there. I am not as bad as that. And Jesus says, those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. And the letter of St. James chapter 4 says that God hates the proud, but he loves the humble. And therefore, this period of Lent is a period in which we should be praying for the gift of humility, to realize that we are nothing before God totally, to realize that we totally depend on him, to realize that we are sinners and that we do not deserve anything good. But in spite of that, he is still reaching out to us like the good shepherd reaching out for the lost sheep. Okay, the other 99 might have been complaining and saying, "No, if that one is lost, don't worry, let him go." But no, he was reaching out, the good shepherd was reaching out for that lost sheep because of the love that He has for us. But remember, if we are also sinners and we are lost, then we must be able to go into the temple like this tax collector and cry out to God. We can't just stay away from God and say, okay, I'm a sinner, I'm not going to dare to get closer to God. No, we must do that. If we are a lost sheep, we cannot go and sit in a place that is camouflaged, that would make the shepherd not be able to identify or see us. We must be able to come out in a place where we would be seen. A sheep is always white in color, so we must come out in a place that is black so that we are seen. Okay? If I'm dark as I am and I stand on a dark background, you will not be able to see me, right? Unless I smile. Then you'll be able to say, okay, this is Father Tony. Okay? So we must be able to come out of the camouflage. We must be able to make some noise to make the shepherd to identify that we are the ones who are lost. And what does that mean? We must be able to cry out to God for mercy. We must be able to go to confession, especially during this period of Lent, and cry out to God from the depths of our hearts, Lord, be merciful to me, for I am a sinful person. And this should be our prayer, especially during this period of Lent, that in humility, God will continue to exalt us.
Kiss us, mother, kiss your children. Bring God's blessings from above. With your mantle blue enfold us in your gentle holy love. See the darkness dissipating, hear the trumpet echoing, Satan's rage